Hey guys, if you're here, then you're probably someone like me. You've been taking a look at your retirement savings and wondering how in the world are you going to be able to do that. I want to share a story with you if I can, and I want to be open and transparent as I can. About 5 years ago, I found myself at the age of 45, unemployed, and my daughter was going into her senior year in high school. I already had my middle child already in college, and so now I have 2 children to pay for college education. I found myself unemployed and wondering how in the world were we going to do that. Now you may say, well, weren't you saving for it and things like that? Well, no, not really, and I'll be honest, because we were what you call a middle income family. Just making it, just getting by, check to check scenario. And I always thought if we kept working hard and loyal to who we were working for, showed up, work hard, that things would work out. But what I found, really taking a look at that situation, I had worked all those years, and even money put aside for retirement was never going to be enough. It was never going to be enough to retire on and maintain the middle income lifestyle that we were living. We were barely making it, both of us working. How were we going to make it on retirement income, which is usually usually less than what you lived on when you were working? So I found myself unemployed for that entire year, my daughter's entire senior year through high school. And I vowed to myself that I would never let this happen again. Now we went through our savings. My husband would work in construction. He actually has started traveling to work because for a small contractor, that's what they had to do. They had to go out of town to work. All the big contractors here in Nashville, Tennessee, were getting all of the big construction jobs, the real huge companies. So in order to keep their guys working, they started taking jobs that was out of town, and even as far as Florida. So during that whole year, my husband was traveling and working out of town. Also because they paid for the expenses, but also he got paid more for traveling. So I say all of that to say this, and I don't want to keep you here for very long. I'm not sure what your situation is, but I vowed that I would never put my family in that position again, because really the illusion of the security of a job, the illusion of the security of your 401k or counting on your benefits, Social Security, was all an illusion. And I realized that because I grew up in a family where my parents, they worked, they believed in working hard, and that was the environment and what was passed on to me. But I saw their situation, like when my mom got ill, that I needed to be home. I couldn't afford to be home with her and help out. I had to work as well. I would have loved to have stayed home with her and my children while they were growing up. So I started looking for ways to do that, and perhaps that's why you're here today. So if you're feeling like, okay, I'm approaching retirement, I'm 50 years old, retirement is not going to be enough, and maybe you want to retire early like I did, because living to 65 was not a guarantee, right? And who knew if I would be in enough good health to really enjoy it. Already now, I was already feeling the aches and pains. So perhaps you're in a situation that I was in, and you're thinking about retirement. Maybe you want to retire early, but there's just no way you can do it. We spoke to a financial advisor because we went through all of our savings pretty much during that time. We spoke to a financial advisor, and he said, look, if you want to retire early by the age of 50, you need to, I can't even remember now because the number was just so outrageous how much more I needed to save per month or per year. It was more than my annual salary. There was no way that we were going to be able to do that working for someone else. And let's just be honest, that's the illusion. working for someone else was never going to be enough, even if I worked to 65. So we had to come up with a solution. And with the power of the internet, we started looking into things on how we can grow extra income at home while still working. And so when I found that job a year later, 3 years later, I found myself in that position again with no job. But this time we were prepared. This time we were prepared. We had already put things in place to start creating that income where that wouldn't be, that income from a job would not be missed. So if you find yourself here today and you're wondering how you're going to have enough income to retire, maybe you can check out an article. It was on Yahoo. I can't remember about, it was on a business Yahoo, talking about how baby boomers and people are worried about having enough to retire, that even working all their lives would never be enough. It was pretty eye-opening article. But they gave some suggestions, and one of the suggestions were to start an online business. And I'm glad we found that article, because we felt like we was on track and doing the right thing. With the power of e-commerce these days, and online businesses opportunities, you don't have, even if you have your own product or your own business, maybe you have your own business, you need to be online, because the masses of people are online, and that's where everything is going. But we weren't techie people. We were newbies at this, and we just didn't know what to do. So we fumbled around a little while before we found this system that I'm going to introduce you today. I came upon a mentor that was in the top 4% of online income producers, and partnered with him and start learning some things. So I want to introduce you to him, and he's going to talk about, he's going to give you the whole system, the idea, the thoughts behind it, and the process, or this 4% of the people who are earning the highest income online from home. And then he's going to explain to you what it is that you need to do to start creating that income that you need to retire early, or just to fund your retirement, or whatever it is that you pay for college for your children, to just live the life that you truly want to live. Because I really don't know anyone that really wants to work. If you can create the income or more, then who really wants the job? Let's be honest. Who really wants to be on some to be dictated, their time dictated, a third of your hours dictated to you on where you need to be, what you need to be doing. So if you can create that income and still maintain your lifestyle or improve it, then this is worth you taking a look at. And at the end of it, I'm just going to be honest with you, there is going to be an opportunity for you to become part of this 4% group and get the trainings. Take that opportunity. You're not going to have a better opportunity to learn from the best of the best, get step-by-step instructions on what you need to do, so you can earn while you learn, not be stagnant. And because there's a lot of information out there, there's just a lot of information out there. When you go online and start looking, it can be very confusing. And we found ourselves for over 2 years, like I said, in that learning mode and trying to make sure we were finding the right thing. Well, now with this system, there's no guessing work. So my name is Rhonda Hines, and make sure when you put your email in and you create your account that you check my emails and get connected with the group and start securing your future. That's all up to you. You know, right now is election time. No matter who is in office, and let me be real here, no matter who is in office, who you believe in, which you shouldn't be believing in either candidate, you are responsible for your future, no matter what laws are put in place, because no matter who has been president in all of this time, in all these years that I worked, over 30 years, I still lived check to check. So it's not their responsibility. It's my responsibility to take advantage of all the opportunities out there in the world for entrepreneurs and business owners to secure my family's future. And it's up to you to do the same. So go ahead, put in your information below. listen to Vic and what he has to say, and make sure you open my emails. They will be coming from Coach Rhonda, because I am a coaching consultant now, helping people grow their businesses online or to start a business online, whatever that is that they want to do in the online market, because it's a lot of chatter out there and it can be very distracting and confusing. So thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me today. This is Rhonda Hines. Talk to you later. Bye.